Uh-oh. Nope. That froze up on me for a second. Playing some 10 cent, 25 cent, $25 buy-in max. No limit hold'em on Ignition Poker, one of the sites not banned in the United States. Uh, Basically, this is called zone poker, where if you fold, it'll automatically move you to a new table to get another hand in quickly. It's pretty cool. It's kind of exploitable, I think, sometimes, because people tend to fold more liberally because they know they can just move on. It's kind of like an action junkie type of deal. So sometimes you can kind of use that to your advantage as you're playing. Um, and it may get used against me sometimes as well. Ace Queen suited on the button, got 3-bet to 275. I'm gonna call once, see what happens. That's not really what I wanted. So, flush draw is completely dead with the 3 5s out there. And the thing that does suck is now I'll never know what actually won. So, actually I could hit sit out. No, I'll just fold. It doesn't matter. That's actually probably a good thing. Then you don't beat yourself up. The hand's just over, and that's the end of it. So, what I do a lot in these is I do c-bet the flop and the turn quite often because, like I said, guys are more apt to fold, and that's just kind of how it goes. Um, 10 cent, 25 cents, probably about. It's actually probably better than like your local casino 1-2 or 1-3 no limit game. Guys do actually play less hands than they would play in the casino, and there's a lot less open limping. Uh, Guys fold more to raises. They don't flat call raises, so which is, optimal in the grand scheme of things. Guys don't play as many hands out of position. Um, so yeah, it's probably tougher than your local casino game if you have one nearby. So I think that I'm probably gonna squeeze here. With the dead money behind, he flatted. I think a lot of times you can raise it here and pick up the whole thing. If he 4-bets me, I'll just fold, and it was an easy decision, but both these guys will probably drop. Or I can pick it up on the flop pretty easily because he has to put me on a very good, range, like the upper percentage, and drag it in right there, no problem. Uh, King 9 suited under the gun's pretty much the bottom of my range that I'll raise. I'll pretty much never flat anything open limp. It's always coming in with a raise, and then you play the hand from there. It's not a big deal to show the aggression and make them show you better, whether it's through their betting or whatnot. So it's a pretty easy 3-bet here. And I'm just going to keep betting the king. If he's on a flush draw, you got to make him pay. He only has $8 left. And just bet the rest here. I 3-bet that guy, so I'll make a nice continuation bet, and he drops out. That's really It's really that easy in my opinion. So my goal here, I'll bring up my lobby. I put a little bit of money on the other day because I was bored. So uh, minus the amount I have on the screen here. So I'm sitting just over close to 550. I put $300 on the other day, and actually I had to put it on with Bitcoin, which was interesting since I didn't know a whole lot about that. It's a new funding concept to me. I can remember back in the days of NetTeller, which was the way everybody put money online. It's kind of cool, something different, new to learn about. Uh, so my goal is to eventually run it up to 10,000. That's the goal, and I'll start to play 25, 50 cent. Once I get to 750, I'll be willing to play 5 buy-ins worth there and see where it goes. So we've totally whiffed with the 7-8 of diamonds, and we'll just check fold unless he shows us a reason to bet. I'm gonna check again, see what happens on the river. If it's something like a 10, we'll take a stab here. He probably had ace king or ace jack and got scared. I'm gonna raise and probably fold to a shove, I think. You gotta watch these guys that raise on the button where I don't know. I would have had to think about that a little bit, about what I would have done if he pushed all in. It's a tough call with ace king. We were a little bit deeper, so it's close. I probably would have called. I don't know. I said fold initially, but it might have been a call. Let's try to set mine here. We're done with the hand unless it checks through and we spike to a 5 or a 6. Then I can think about it a little bit. This will be, I 3-bet him, so it's pretty standard continuation bet. It's really hard for him to, now he may continue if he has like 7s through jacks, but yeah, that's okay. He can have it. So I had to mute my mic there for a second. I will 3-bet guys quite a bit out of the big blind with garbage, knowing that I'm not connected to the hand now. I think it's good to mirror, like open your range, your 3-betting range out of the big blind to include some hands that aren't premiums, or not the regular 3-betting style hands. It's 3-bet a lot of suited connectors and some garbage in there too. Because a lot of times they're just raising on the button because it folds to them, and they know since it's zone, a lot of people pre-click, and it's easier to get through a raise without getting called. So you can pick up a lot of pots that way. Standard 3-bet, ace king suited. I will, okay, it's pretty coordinated flop. It's not awesome for our hand, but we'll play for stacks here if he wants. Bet the 425 there and see what happens. Yeah, we got a call. Of course he has it. That's the way it goes. All right, so over here we hit the 10, and we'll just keep betting as if we're in good shape. We got a rebuy here. Get min raised, which I don't like, but see what he does on the turn, or on the river, I mean. Check call, probably check call something reasonable. Yeah. A lot of guys will min raise thinking they can blow you off a hand, like it shows strength. If I raise there, he just folds his entire range that I beat, and if he's bluffing, maybe he bets again on the river and we get a little extra, showdown value out of our hand. So, oh, it didn't reload me. There we go. Back in it. Alright, and this is, it's going to be a short one. I just wanted to test out the audio and listen to it later. So, I'll play till the big blind hits, and hopefully some people watch this, and I'll try to kind of do it regularly every day. Until we hit 10K, that's the goal. It should be fun. Be fun to hit 10K and then not get my money somehow. Alright. So we really need to hit a flush here. I'd actually prefer to just take the pot down right here on the turn. That's good. That's actually good. The more pots you win without showdown, the better off you're going to be. And that's kind of a good rule of thumb to try to have. If you're not winning pots before the river enough, you're not betting enough on the flop and the turn. You got to really keep the pressure on these guys. One, because you should be value betting your hands that are good, but you should also be mirroring that with your hands that you're semi-bluffing or just totally bluffing altogether to win some of these pots on boards that are scary to their calling ranges. So that's the way I kind of look at things. It seems to work out, both live and online. Okay, that's it for this. I'm going to get off. Thanks for anybody who watched, and see you next time.